Because when I was like 10, I would have never ever said the F word or the S word or the B word. And I was that shy little nice kid, more concerned with getting good grades or winning in kickball at recess than putting other people down and shouting out the most explicit, offensive words I could think of. You know, the words that little kids pick up from an uncle or an older sibling or another little kid or the unedited version of a 50-cent CD. But then when I got older, I began to adopt the F word and the S word into my vocabulary. I began to realize that maybe there's a time and place for those words, and those words are strong words, words that could be used to express my growing frustration with racism, sexism, heterosexism, every other ism, the media, the world. I began to say things like, that's bull S word. And on the real, there's a lot of bull S word out there. But even as I began to adopt these 4-letter words into my vocabulary, one 5-letter word remained absent from my speech. The B word. When I was little, I knew there was something different about that word, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Then when I got old enough to understand the implications of that word, I told myself that this was a word that I would always stay away from. But I hear brothers throwing around that word like it's nothing. I hear cats say, oh, you know, I'm only referring to a certain type of woman when I use that word. Or if a white person got up in their face using the N-word and said, I'm only using it to refer to a certain type of black person, I don't think that would be cool. At least I hope it wouldn't be cool. So why is it cool for men to use the B word to women and not care if it's cool with them? Not care if they've been taunted and tormented by that word their whole lives? Not care if that word has far too often been accompanied by a punch or a slap or even a rape? Because I think about the women living in battered women's shelters trying to raise 3 kids on their own. I think about the women who stay in abusive relationships for the sake of the children, or because they are too scared to leave, or they forget the words of Queen Latifah from that old school joint, UNITY, when she says, a man don't really love you if he hits you, Chris Brown. If you look up the B word in the dictionary, it probably says a female dog. Wait, hold up. A female dog. So we're basically putting a woman on the same level as a poodle or a Doberman or a Chihuahua, and even dogs we call man's best friend. So if dogs are man's best friend, then where does that leave women? Man's second best friend, man's companion, one step below dogs, man's main B word. See, fellas, I hope you hear me on this. I mean, when I see a sister grace the stage and hear her talk about how women are constantly put down by sexism and how a lot of men constantly disrespect women, I don't hear the words of an evil, man-hating feminist. I hear the words of a proud woman speaking the truth. I mean, to me, a feminist is anyone who stands up for women's rights and realizes that women don't have equality in this country or this world. So I'm proud to say I'm a feminist. Because, brothers, we need to learn to appreciate successful women, not feel threatened by their money and power. We need to learn to value a woman for who she really is. Because if you value a woman for who she really is, it shouldn't make all the difference whether she's light-skinned or dark-skinned, thick or thin, curly hair or straight, because you know she got that inner beauty. I hope y'all can relate. And let me make a declaration loud and clear so all y'all can hear. We need to start truly treating women as equals, because all men are created equal, should be all people. We're gonna get a little bit of music for you all right now. This track right here is called See the World. So it goes like this. See the world and be the change. 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 Check it out. Cause I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world. But first I gotta see the world in order to start the process. So I'm traveling the world as much as I can, expanding my worldview beyond the walls of an office. Cause I got this desire to discover the world, uncover the pearls that populate the breadth of this sphere. And I recognize that if I want to grow as a person, then I need to make the most of every day that I'm here. So I don't see travel as a means of escape, but as a way to expand on how I already know. And who knew that travel would expand my way of thinking to the point where I incorporate it into my flow. As we go on a voyage to faraway lands, sink your toes into beaches of faraway sands. From Morocco to Mexico, Cape Cod to Cape Town, wave your hands in the sky as the waves break down your barriers to see deep under the skin. Thinking a journey overseas can help you journey within. And this self-transformation is a beautiful development, cause traveling the world sparks intelligence. I'm showing reverence to the beauty of the world that surrounds us, despite the war and suffering that hounds us. Cause yo, peace and love is what I kick in these raps, cause means it's a global movement here to bridge all these gaps. So we gotta see the world and be the change. See the world and be the change. See the world and be the change. See the world and be the change, right? See the world and be the change. See the world and be the change. See the world and be the change. Check it out. Cause I'm trying to be the change I wanna see in the world. But first I gotta see the world in order to be effective. So I'm traveling the world as much as I can, expanding my worldview to stay true to the collective. Cause we're all connected, though some don't know it. And we can all help each other, though some don't show it. But music is that element that transcends barriers. I'm talking global jam sessions, the more the merrier. Speaking through guitars, speaking through drums. Music possesses you like you were speaking in tongues. And people who normally would never speak to each other brought together musically like they were sisters and brothers. From dancing to some sucus with my cousins in Congo, to celebrations in Cuba paying homage to Shungu, Santeria in Havana. Then we head into the club to hear those real Latin jazz sounds that I love. Voyageant à Paris au cave des oubliettes. Ironically, that's a night that I will never forget. Jazz musicians speaking to each other through improvisation, so I had to grab my trumpet and join in the conversation. Elevation on a global scale is something truly radical. Music as a tool for change is something truly magical. That's why I'm trying to build with love that's international. Cause music is an aphrodisiac that's all natural.
Have what you want, be what you want.